She is the goddess of death and destruction, but also the mother of rebirth and liberation. Feared by many, misunderstood by most, Kali is the embodiment of power, transformation, and cosmic balance. Are you ready to confront the darkness and emerge transformed? Welcome, Revelers Arcane, to the Dark Primordial. I am your host, Ken Schroer, and today we're covering the Hindu goddess Kali, the Dark Mother, the Fierce Warrior, the goddess of time, death, and ultimate transformation. In this video, we'll delve deep into the mythology, symbolism, and worship of Kali, from her ancient roots in Hindu tradition to her continued relevance for spiritual seekers today. We'll explore her many forms, her fierce yet protective nature, and why her role as the ultimate destroyer of illusion is crucial for those practicing magic in the modern world. So light your incense, grab your favorite snack, and let's journey into the mysteries of Kali, the goddess who dances on the edge of destruction and creation alike.
Kali's origins are rooted in the primordial energies of Hindu cosmology. Emerging from the powerful Shakta tradition, she is considered the embodiment of Shakti, the dynamic, creative energy that drives the universe. Her earliest appearance is recorded in the Devi Mahatmya, an important text within the Markandeya Purana, dating back to around 400 to 600 CE. Here, Kali manifests during a cosmic battle between the goddess Durga and the demon Raktabija, whose blood generates new demons with every drop spilled. When the gods, including Durga, find themselves unable to defeat him, Kali is summoned in a violent, primal form, consuming Raktabija and his multiplying manifestations. This narrative sets the stage for Kali's dual symbolism as both destroyer and protector. The battlefield upon which she triumphs is a metaphor for the internal struggle between avidya, or ignorance, and vidya, or knowledge. She is not just a slayer of physical demons, but a destroyer of illusion, or Maya, itself, a force essential for spiritual enlightenment. In Hindu cosmology, Kali's union with Shiva, where she dances atop his prostrate body, reveals a profound philosophical truth. Shiva, the passive consciousness, requires Kali's raw energy to activate the universe. This synergy is a potent metaphor in both Tantric and Vedantic traditions. Without Kali, the energy, Shiva, the consciousness, is inert. Without Shiva, Kali has no direction or purpose. Together, they embody the cosmic balance between action and awareness, destruction and regeneration, chaos and order. Kali's fierce aspect is not simply a force to be feared, but a reminder of life's cyclical nature. Destruction paves the way for renewal, mirroring the universe's creation, destruction-rebirth cycle. Kali occupies a central role in the mystical traditions of Tantra, where the boundaries between the sacred and profane, life and death, are deliberately blurred. Tantra, unlike more orthodox paths in Hinduism, does not shy away from the darker aspects of existence. Instead, it embraces Kali's terrifying form, recognizing her as the embodiment of both the destructive and liberative forces of the universe. In Tantric texts, such as Arthur Avalon's Principles of Tantra, Kali is revered as the ultimate manifestation of Shakti. Her destructive power is not seen as malevolent, but as a necessary aspect of the journey toward enlightenment. Tantra teaches that through destruction, Kali helps her devotees break free from the confines of ego, illusion, and attachment to the material world. Her energy can be particularly transformative during the Kali Yuga, the current age of spiritual decline, where materialism and ignorance dominate. In this context, Kali's ferocity becomes more accessible and relevant than ever, as her destructive force is needed to cleanse the soul of worldly attachments. Tantric rituals dedicated to Kali often involve invoking her power through mantras and symbolic offerings, with practitioners seeking to awaken the dormant potential within themselves. In these practices, Kali is not feared, but revered as the cosmic force that strips away ignorance, bringing her devotees closer to moksha. Liberation from the cycle of samsara, which is birth, death, and rebirth. Kali's destructive aspect, in this light, becomes an act of grace, freeing the soul from its self-imposed limitations. The imagery surrounding Kali is as complex as it is symbolic. Each aspect of her form tells a story, offering layers of meaning to those who look beyond the surface. Her dark, almost black skin signifies the Mahashunya, the great void from which all creation emerges and into which all things eventually return. In this way, Kali embodies the concept of the eternal, the unmanifested potential that exists before creation and persists beyond destruction. Her garland of 50 severed heads represents the Sanskrit alphabet, and by extension, the realm of human thought and speech. By wearing these heads, Kali reminds us that language, ego, and intellectual constructs are ultimately illusions. The severed heads symbolize the death of the ego, a necessary sacrifice on the path to spiritual enlightenment. Kali's wild hair, often depicted disheveled and free-flowing, symbolizes her rejection of societal norms and constraints. In Hindu mythology, a woman's hair is often a symbol of social order, and Kali's untamed hair reflects her transcendence of all social and moral codes. She exists outside of the conventional framework, reminding her devotees that true spiritual freedom requires breaking free from these constraints. The blood-stained tongue is a particularly striking element of Kali's iconography. In some interpretations, it represents her insatiable thirst for the dissolution of the ego. In others, it symbolizes the feminine principle's connection to the raw, life-giving force of the cosmos. Her stepping on Shiva during her frenzied dance of destruction symbolizes the delicate balance between destruction and preservation, between chaos and order. Each of Kali's 4 arms carries a distinct message. The sword symbolizes the destruction of ignorance. The severed head represents the end of the ego. Her gesture of protection signifies that those who surrender to her need not fear. And her hand offering blessings reveals that after destruction comes creation. After death comes rebirth. In contemporary Hinduism, Kali holds a powerful position as both the fierce destroyer and the nurturing mother. Nowhere is this duality more evident than in Bengal, where Kali Puja is one of the most important festivals of the year. During Kali Puja, entire communities come together to worship her, offering food, flowers, and mantras in her honor. Although her fearsome aspect is still acknowledged, modern devotees often focus on her role as a loving, protective mother. The writings of Sister Nivedita and Ananda Kumaraswamy in the myths of the Hindus and Buddhists emphasize Kali's maternal nature, portraying her not just as a destroyer, but as a goddess who nurtures her children through their journey toward enlightenment. She may slay the demons of ignorance, but she also offers comfort and protection to those who surrender to her. For many modern Hindu women, Kali represents empowerment. She is a goddess who defies traditional gender roles, embodying independence, strength, and resilience. Her defiance of societal norms inspires women to challenge the limitations imposed upon them, making her an enduring symbol of female power and autonomy. In the realm of modern magic and esoteric practices, Kali has found new devotees who are drawn to her transformative energy. For many modern witches, chaos magicians, and spiritual seekers, Kali offers a potent archetype for confronting personal demons, transcending trauma, and embracing profound spiritual transformation. Kali's energy can be particularly powerful in times of personal upheaval or collective crisis. In W.J. Wilkins' Hindu mythology, he emphasizes that Kali's destruction is not an end, but a necessary step in the process of transformation. For Magick practitioners, this means using her energy to confront their own inner darkness, transmuting pain and fear into spiritual power. Kaylee is also a powerful protector, especially for those who walk unconventional spiritual paths. Many practitioners who invoke her in rituals report a deep sense of empowerment, as if her fierce primal energy awakens something ancient and powerful within. In the modern world, where old structures and beliefs are constantly being challenged, Kaylee's ability to break through illusion makes her an essential guide for those seeking to tear down the barriers to spiritual awakening.
Kali is the cycle of creation and destruction, the force of time and the embodiment of life's deepest truths. She asks us to surrender to her, to allow the old parts of ourselves to die so that we may be reborn stronger, wiser, and free. If you found this video enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might be interested in exploring Hindu tradition, spirituality, and its broader pantheon, or more explicitly, the many emanations of Brahman. Also, consider supporting the Dark Primordial by visiting our Etsy and Shopify stores. There you'll find a curated selection of handcrafted witchcraft and pagan accessories to enhance your own spiritual practices. From hand-poured candles to intricately painted talismans, each item is imbued with intention and power. Until next time, may you become one with your own abyss.